Siamo all'interno degli uffici di Tópark, nel pieno centro della capitale ungherese. Tópark è un progetto in via di sviluppo a pochi chilometri da Budapest. Ad introdurcelo Peter Tokacs, direttore vendite e leasing di Tópark. L'intervista sarà in lingua inglese sottotitolata in lingua italiana. Peter, your project is well presented in a website that I think reflects the innovative futures of the park and of this idea. Can you introduce a little bit the idea of the Tópark?
Sure, thank you. Well, obviously what you can see through the website is only a glimpse of what we're building. The website is not capable of presenting what we're building in the size of about the size or the area of Monaco. Because the project itself is actually quite large compared to the local or regional standards. It's a mixed-use development project that spreads over 175 hectares of land, which is really only a few hectares short of the area of Monaco. That's obviously not to say that we're building a small new luxury country outside or within the agglomeration of Budapest. What we're trying to do is create a very livable, very quality-oriented, very green and very people-friendly living and working space.
And how far is it exactly?
Well, it's 10-15 minutes from the center of Buda. As you drive towards Vienna, it's just opposite Budaörs.
And how to get there? Are there already public transport?
Sure, it's quite easy to get there now. Because you can get the normal blue BKW bus, number 272 from Central Buda. You can also get there by train. And I would say in about a couple of months, you will also be able to have private exit access from the highway. But once the project is handed over, we'll have even more increased transportation facilities. We'll have increased BKW buses. And we will introduce something quite unique and new, our own dedicated Tópark shuttle service that will take people from the daily metro station to Tópark in about 16 to 18 minutes, every 10 minutes during workdays. It will operate on weekends as well as during the night.
And what about the name? Since our readers are Italian, what does it mean, Tópark?
We get that question a lot from non-Hungarian speakers. Some people think it's Tópark, but no, the question is not to park or to park. The Tó means lake, park means park, so it's like a parco di lago or something. You could say that in Italian, because it's dominated by a fantastic lake that is about 26 hectares in itself. It's 1.5 kilometers long, about 400 meters wide, and around it we're just building right now a running track which is about 3.5 kilometers long. So if somebody was going to the Margaret Island for running, as of next May they can go to Tópark for a good run.
The project is shared into phases, and which part will be ready at first?
Yes, as you say, this is a very large project spread out on a very large area. So we build in phases. There are 8 different phases. Phase 1 is being constructed at the moment. Its scheduled handover is end of April, beginning of May next year. And that will already comprise of some offices, some apartments, and a lot of service providers.
How much will cost the whole project?
The whole project is quite large compared to local standards. This is about a 140 million euro project in its first phase only. And the overall project, which we estimate it's going to take anywhere between 12 to 15 years to complete, is going to cost about 1.2 billion euros altogether.
How did you deal with the crisis?
I would say, apart from all the difficulties that it has caused, it also brought some positive effects. For example, it only leaves those that are really professionally and financially strong, and we are one of them. It also helps clients because it generates, the drop in rents and prices, it generates clients' interests, and there are still transactions happening in the markets.
And are there any Italian companies involved in the project or present in the area?
There are already some Italian companies present in the area. On the other side of the lake from us, which was the first development in that zone, there are already some Italian companies. And obviously, I'm not sure if you know, but this showroom where we are right now, 2 years ago we hosted the first ever CCU business mixer here for the Italian Chamber of Commerce, and there were lots of representatives of Italian companies here. And as I said, there will be lots of services who provide a comprehensive, I would say, environment and service for the people who live and work there. And among them, there are some Italians. For example, two of our restaurants that we will have in the development are two Italian restaurants. We don't plan more because we think two is enough. We all love Italian food, but we don't want to just run an Italian restaurant street. It's going to be a good mix, but I would say those two that we have, they are two of the best, and they are both run by Italian native people. So everybody that comes to Tópark will be able to enjoy a bit of Italian flavor.
Tópark will be also a location for exposition and fairs. And which kind of events do you plan to have there?
We've realized that there is no real, I would say, Western European level type of facility to host international, and when I say international, I mean really international global events. So not in Prague, not in Warsaw, not in Bucharest or Belgrade, you have facilities that are really up to par when it comes to hosting a very large event. So we decided that we'll team up with a professional event partner and dedicate a certain area within the development where we can host these fairs and exhibitions. And hopefully, if negotiations go well now, in the next 2-3 years, we can introduce one of the most cutting-edge fairs and exhibition grounds in the whole area that can attract events here that have never taken place in Central Eastern Europe.
Very good. And last thing, your project also won some prizes. Can you shortly speak about them?
At the end of last year, we were selected as the #1 best mixed-use development by a very prestigious professional board of judges. This is the CNBC Real Estate Awards, which is only given to the best of best projects around the world. You have several categories. We applied for nomination in the mixed-use category, which is for developments that are not just offices or not just residential, but they are a mix of all these and that are urbanistically very nicely, as they say, master planned. And we won the European finals out of 6 nominees. And at the end of the year, we were announced as the best project in the world.
I think that, of course, you have something about green energy in the project.
Yes. Well, we have developed a footprint study and a footprint strategy on how to deal with the development from an alternative energy point of view. And what we decided to do, we have enormous amount of rooftop surfaces, so we'll employ solar panels on the rooftops. We will also use the water from the lake because it's a natural water reservoir, so we can pull that back into the building for, as they say, secondary water usage. And at the moment we're also testing some mini wind turbines which can provide electricity for our public area lighting. And to be conservative about environment, we also use some LED lighting technology wherever we can, because they have a much longer life than regular light bulbs.
So thank you very much, Peter, and good luck with your project.
Grazie, grazie mille.